Hello, my lovely passionpreneur. I hope you're doing amazing. In this video, I'm going to share my 3-step aligned offer framework. And I literally just came up with this. And what you'll learn is how you can create an offer that totally aligns with where you want to be, your life. So what I love to do is working with my one-on-one clients, we work backwards. That means we set a goal. How do you envision your life? And then we create an offer that creates this life for you in the future. Because I see a lot of people, especially those with ADHD, those multi-passionates, they create an offer because they jump on something that is shiny object syndrome. They jump on something that seems like something they could just do now and that could give them the freedom or the money that they think they want in whatever freedom looks for them. And that's the thing. How does freedom actually look like for you? So let's go into this because I think this is pretty interesting for everyone. I literally just did it on paper. I wrote everything down and I was like, because I always have to revisit why I'm doing something. And so I just came up with that and I was like, I need to share that. So let's go through this. Basically, it's 3 steps, super easy. It's basically, where do you want to be? So first of all, we identify your lifestyle priorities. So we have here a system. You have, by the way, access to this Notion template in the link below. Everyone who's in ADMORI Insiders is a free hub where I share free resources with you. And I share bits and bobs behind the scenes of me building my own online magazine. So it's a rating. I asked myself, how does financial freedom look like for me? How does locational freedom look like for me, and how does timely freedom look like for me? So I wrote it down, and for me, let me go through. I answered the question, I want financial, locational, and timely freedom. And it's kind of like, okay, but how much? So I came up with this rating system. So there are 3 stars and you basically remove them. 3 are the highest, 2 is medium, and then 1 is low. And it's important for you to do that first step so we can move to the next one. Basically, you say, okay, financial freedom, I guess for everyone, this will be 3 probably. Locational, like how much do you want to travel? For me, it was a 3. So time freedom, how much freedom do you want? Obviously, probably most of you will now continue with the 3 stars. In the second step, you might understand that this not works out for every business model and every offer. So let me go through that. Okay, I think I'm so excited for this because I love creating things and putting it into frameworks and systems so it's broken down in a way easier way. So let's break it down. If we, let's say, have a one-on-one offer, that could be a service. Let's say you're a website designer and you want to offer one-on-one service. Now let's look at those 3 ratings, right? We have the time, the financials part, and we have the locational independence freedom. So for service, obviously, it's a lot of time. You change your time for money. So therefore, you have a low time freedom. Since this is online, you have a high locational freedom. Okay, and you have a pretty high, but I would rate it still medium freedom for the financial part, simply because you can't really scale it. The next scale option for a service would be creating an agency, for instance, right? In a service, from the service perspective. There are different ways on how you can scale, obviously, a service, but in order to keep the service, it would be, in this case, for instance, an agency. Therefore, you need to hire people. It's still offline, still locational freedom-wise, but also scalable to a certain point. You know, the margin is just lower compared to a digital offer. Now let's look at online course. If you have an online course, obviously you have time upfront because you have to create the online course. A lot of people think, oh, I'm not creating an online course and then it's passive. No, it's not. You have to build a funnel in order to create those automations to get somewhat of the passive idea of income. But you still have to revisit this funnel. You have to upgrade it. You have to read in between the lines, which means the numbers, and you have to upgrade the product over time, which is maybe once a year or so. You have limited time bonuses and all these things in order to create this sense of urgency. Yes, you create it once and people can literally buy it from you whenever they feel like. So basically it's locational. You have locational freedom and you somewhat have the time freedom inside, right? Financial wise, online courses are a little bit outdated. If there's not a group attached or some sense of coaching, then I believe it's more of a medium financial freedom, simply because every month you need to create new course sales. And that's the thing why you always have to revisit your funnel and upgrade your funnel and test things. And so I think financial wise, having a standalone, it could also be a template or a digital product at itself or a course, which you can't, like for a standalone online course, you can't charge more than 300, 500 these days because it's, knowledge is so accessible everywhere for free. Why would I pay that amount for a standalone course if I don't get somewhat a community or coaching where I can ask my questions. So you do want to, form this offer in a way that it suits your future, right? But if you say, you know what, I don't have the capacity, the energy, or, not the passion to serve someone in a group or in a recurring way, that's fine. That's then your online course. But just note that financial wise, there is a limit. Now let's talk about physical products, because I know I have a lot of girlies out there who want to have a physical product business or have already physical product business. So it's kind of like, let's talk about the freedom parts again. So that really depends on the way you build this offer. Do you create this offer yourself? Do you have a fulfillment center that ships out your products, or are you doing it yourself? Do you create this offer after someone purchased? Do you create it upfront and you have a storage? Or is it already created, you have a production and it's shipped to your house and then you ship it manually out? How is this system working? Because if you obviously have to create it after someone purchased, then your locational freedom is low. Let's look at the time. If you have to create it when someone is ordering, your time is low because you have to create it when someone orders. And looking at the financial, in any case, it's, I would say, medium, simply because your margin is lower compared to a, for instance, service or even digital product. Because the win you get out of this, you have the material, you have the storage, you have the packaging, you have all these other things that someone who has a digital business doesn't really have, right? So that's something to consider. You have to understand that if you want to be a traveling person where you want more time, but you still want a high financial freedom, you either shape this offer in a way that suits this desire, this vision of your future and life, or you change the offer completely. That's up to you. But it kind of like, also, it's not always that you have to change it, but you can start with one and then you do the other one. But at the same time, I would try for you to find a way on how you can create this offer in a strategic way. It's already serving your future self. Future life. Now let's look at, for instance, a membership model. A membership model gives you, I would say, a medium time freedom, simply because you do have to be available. Obviously, you can introduce community managers, but people mainly join a membership because of the person behind. They believe in the person. They believe into the person. You get my point. They kind of resonate with the person. They like what the person is teaching, saying, or how the person is seeing, whatever. And that's the reason someone is joining a membership. So if you would obviously all of a sudden disappear, I don't know how your members would handle that. So time, medium, because there is a community most of the time for a membership, right? So if you don't have a membership community manager, it's something you have to be in every single day. And so it's actually, I would even say, low to medium. It's intense. Obviously, again, that's why I said medium here, because you can introduce community managers and other strategies. And obviously the way you build your membership can also be different. And then also the pricing is changed. It definitely has a high locational freedom because you can take your laptop and you can be everywhere, or even on your phone, and reply to member comments. You can go live from your phone. You could literally just manage your entire community from your phone, which is amazing. And then financial stability is obviously super high because you have monthly recurring revenue, which is amazing. Every single month, you know what you're getting. And obviously you have a churn rate, but you have also, if you have a great funnel, new members that come in quite frequently. So it's scalable, right? You can do 10K, you can do 100K a month. That really depends on your offer, your target audience, the way you're building this offer, your pricing, and so much more. So you have here a little box where you can fill out and brainstorm. I love brainstorming. I do that a lot on paper as well. So I wrote that out again on paper here, and I was like, okay, what do I want and how does this work? And how does this look like in an offer? So where do I want to be? How does my life look like? Do I want kids? Do I want more kids? Do I want to travel? How financial independent do I want to be? And then from there, I would be like, okay, that means this offer can't be this, and it has to be somewhat this. Because what I noticed for me, I don't know for you, but I noticed that, I would do this one first, and then I would do the other one that I actually truly desire later. It can work with certain things, especially if you want to have a physical product business and stuff. Yes, those are things you can introduce later. But certain things, you can still do them, but you do have to change the strategy. This is the point where people have issues with. How am I setting this product up so it serves me and my audience and leads to the goal where I want to be? I think you got that point. So let's get to number 3, which is develop your aligned offer. Now it's time to write down all these answers. So Who is this offer for? What value will your audience receive? What will you charge for this offer? How will you deliver this offer? Digital download, course, etc. We went through some early on. How much of your time will this require weekly or monthly? And then recurring revenue. Will this offer generate recurring income? Right? Physical product. How can you make a physical product a recurring revenue? How can you make a service a recurring revenue? Like, you get my point. So there are multiple ways on how you can, like, millions of ways probably, on how you can set up one single product and the deliverables it comes with and the pricing and the target audience, because not every product suits you. Not every product suits your future or the vision you have for your future or your life. And not every product suits your target audience. You have to align those three components with each other in order to create a great product that is desired, leading towards your goal. Perfect. Now you have outlined how to go backwards. If you need help with this, you can book a call with me. And if you want this template, I'm linking it in the comment section below. So you can simply get it for free, become a free ADMORI Insider where I share behind the scenes of my business. You get some free bits and bobs, and you can learn more about my journey and how I'm building it around for me. But you can also book a free call with me if you need help with this, because I know this is hard. I'm doing this now for 4 years for multi-passionates, building offers that combines their passion, serves their audience. So we're working backwards in my mentoring program. So if this is interesting for you, just simply book a free call with me. And if you're a DIY kind of girl, or you just want to figure it out yourself at first, you can download this template below. I'll see you in the next one. And if you like this video, please give it a thumbs up. See you in the next one.